Hey guys, today we'll have a special guest. How are you feeling today?
Oh, you know, the usual. Blew up a few things, heard some voices, built a rocket launcher. Pretty productive, honestly.
So what actually bring you here to us today?
Well, my sister keeps saying I need to talk to someone. I talk to my bombs all the time, and they're great listeners.
Do you have any discomfort?
Discomfort? Pain is just your body saying you're having fun. Although, my left eye twitches when people tell me to calm down. Oh, is that bad?
I think I know a lot now, and thanks for coming today, and I hope we will see you again very soon.
Oh, don't worry, you will see me again. Everyone does eventually, whether they want to or not. Bye!
Alright guys, want to know how I did that? Let's get to the tutorials. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is one of the most exciting projects I've ever worked on in this channel, and I just got a new mic. Let me know in the comments if the sound quality has improved. In today's video, I will show you guys the whole process about how I make this video, and everything is being done by using local AI. The first, let's talk about the video ideas. Hey guys, do you remember the first time you use image generator, you type in a prompt and then you generate a person? Do you remember the magical wow moment? And ever since then, I was thinking, so how can we bring the AI characters that we created into the real life? It's almost like dragging the characters off the screen and bring it to the real life, right? I've done the video like this one. So is this video right here? If you haven't watched it, this is me attempting to pull a person out of my screen. Now, this has finally become possible. No longer just pulling a character off the screen, is our characters can actually sit down with us in the same room and have a conversation. And the technology is finally here to make this possible. And during this project, I have some shocking discoveries that make this project possible, like the clip you see right here, and I will review this in the end of this video. Well, now let's talk about the setup. Most difficult scene to make out this whole video is the beginning scene. The difficult part is blend this character into the environment, but in able to make this first 5-second scene possible, I use a human motion transfer technology. I've covered this model called Scale 2 into my most recent videos. If you haven't, you can check it out, the tutorials here with all the workflows and everything. So since I already go through the workflow in my other videos, I have a side-by-side comparison, and left is original footage. And thank you very much for my daughter to volunteer to help with motion capture. Guys, today we'll have a special guest. But I want to mention, even if you don't have a volunteer to help you out, it's still possible to do it all by yourself. Let's look at this graph, right? So you can actually have a solo method. So you can actually just grab a camera, grab 2 chairs, and you're sitting on the one chair talking. And then after you finish, you sit on the other chair talking. So once you're done recording, you can go to your video software and you can load up the both clips and then just cut in the middle. And the left side is you talking, and the right side is also you talking, and look like you are talking to each other, but you get 2 of you. You know, so and then you can use one side of you to do the motion transfer, if that makes sense. Well, now let's come down to the next step. So just knowing the secret is not enough, but how can you pull it off? So this is when come to our good old friend Flux to Klein. This is when we start to do the character swap and build the initial image for later on the motion transfer. Let me show you in the ComfyUI. And in this video, I use a combination of ComfyUI and 12GP. So if you are using 12GP, don't walk away yet, because I will cover 12GP as well. So first thing, we need to cut out part of this original footage. I think there is workflow that you can just load up the whole image and just replay this one person. But then the problem is the scale 2 not only supporting 720p, and then if you just replace this little bit part of a whole image being 720p, the result going to be very, very blurry, and it will take a lot of time. So my solution is I only cut out this part of the image. So I'm going to do a cut like around this area to bring this character out, and then I'm just gonna do motion transfer of my daughter here, and then after that I'm gonna overlay it in my video editing software, and then I'm gonna do a blend. So that's the whole concept of the character transfer. All right, so now let's do the cut. It took me a whole day to figure out how to do this, right? Because I noticed when I'm cutting it out in the CapCut, you can only give me a very standard size, and then it doesn't get recognized by the scale 2. So actually I use Claude to build a software. So this software can help me to cut out a part of a video to make a new video. All right, so as you can see how this work is, I'm gonna cutting out a 960 by 1080. So I just press on here and then give me a box. So I just drag somewhere around here because I don't want me to be inside of it. So I just drag like this, right? And then I just copy this prompt, and you go to the folder where the video is, and then you just press CMD, and then you just type that, and then you will crop exactly the one you want it, like this one. So let me open up and show you guys. So now this video has been cropped. In my situation is I have to build a tool for this, but in your situation, you may not need to. So let me show you a simple way. So you can come to your footage, you just change to 9:16, and then you just drag all the way up, and then you move it like this way, as long as you get the characters all in check, and then just export it. But then the problem with this way is once you go to scale, and then once you go to scale 2 and you do motion transfer, and then when you put it back together, the image will change because the resolution mismatch. So the next step is do the character swap by using Flux to Klein, character swap. And then after swap, we're using scaled motion transfer to transfer that. Well, so this is my character swap workflow, which I've already used many times in my videos, but I will still include it in my descriptions. The reason why I'm using ComfyUI, not 12GP, is because we need to match the source resolution exactly the same. Otherwise, the scale 2 transfer will not. Otherwise, the scale 2 motion transfer later on won't be perfect. So the reason why I'm using ComfyUI over 12GP on this workflow is because I need to set a custom resolution at 768 by 1088, which is exactly the cutout we had it before. 12GP have a Flux 2 client as well, very capable with building in-painting and out-painting functions. But the problem is you have a default of the resolution. I cannot customize to the exact resolution as my source image. Source image resolution are very important for this to work. So once we got our image, then we come to scale 2 to do the motion transfer. We go to scale 2 replacement workflow, which covered in the other videos, and then just upload your source videos here. And then this is exactly same resolution, say 768 times 1088, come from Flux to Klein, characters transfer. So once you've done that, and set everything as default, we have to change this node resize image mask to match size, and then you have to link the image to match. So what this does is a scale 2 is actually going to produce exact same resolution output as our input videos, because this is really important for you to later on to piece back together into your original video. You want the resolution to be exactly the same, the composition needs to be exactly the same, everything needs to be exactly the same. But then they're all not always the same when it's come to the output, because I tried like 10-20 generations and there is going to be a tiny little difference. So later on we're going to sort it out in the video generator. All right, so now you upload your driving video, and then your Flux to Klein character swap image, and then we do a character replacement. So now this AI avatar now has replaced my daughter, and then she's doing exactly the same thing, right? So now once we get this footage, and now go back to our video editing software. So now we come to our video editing software. We just drag this footage from scale 2 onto our timeline, and now let's just try to line it up with the footage. As I tell you guys before, the scale 2, even they can retain the backgrounds, but the background is not perfect. So let's open up. See, you can see there's a big seams around there, and then the background changed quite a bit. So at this stage, you have to try your best to line up as everything as good as you can, like say, especially on the bottom, when near the characters. So now I'm happy with the result. So what I do is you come to your video, this basic, remove background, come to your mask, right? And then you can add a mask and you add a rectangle mask. And then we're gonna drag this mask around these characters, like just like that, right? Just like that. Just probably a bit more. And then I want to be like down like that. All right. So now it's already looks so much better. And then we can make it even better by feather it. So we can just add a bit of feathering. So it's creating some kind of a blending effect. And then we can add a round corner, because we just want characters. We don't want people to be around it. So now like a bit more like that. All right. I think that's a bit too much. And let's lower the feather a little bit. I think maybe something like this. All right. And now look, guys, now you can hardly see any imperfections. You can only see like a bit of double line there, and pretty much now it's perfectly blended in. And here you go, guys. This is how I do it. This is the biggest secret of this video, is making this scene. And my original plan is to make a 10 seconds or 15 seconds, because I know in skill 2 and 1-2-GP, you can do sliding windows and using one character do longer times, but that ended up didn't happening because I made these clips, and then when I go back, I want to make longer ones. I lost character consistency. I think the only way to do it is to give the scale to 10 or 20 seconds video at one hit with one characters as reference, and then using sliding windows to generate 20-second videos at one hit and then replace the whole thing. But that will be some project for me to do in the future. All right, so we got these 5. So it took so long to explain this 5 clip. Yeah, these 5-second clips, the whole research development takes almost 8 hours to figure it out, and I'm giving out for free, guys. So I'm giving out for free, guys. So give me a big thumbs up. This whole 5 seconds take me more than 8 hours to figure out how to do, and I'm giving it out for absolutely free to you guys. You guys can support me by like and subscribe to the channel. So now we'll come to the easy part. So the talking part was easy. So pretty much you just close in the camera on one person. So because now the other person is not in the scene, so it's much easier. So we don't need to do any editings. So when it comes to here is again, same techniques. I use my daughter as a reference image because where she's sitting and her lighting and everything gives a lot of reference to Flux to Klein to do the character swap. So I had a few tries of the swap, and this one didn't swap the outfit, and there was someone like the hands is gone, and this one was good, and this one was good, so I ended up using this one. So don't be afraid to try a few times. You won't get it right in the first time, and this one is okay, but then the hair sort of not really perfect, and end up using both. Once I have this footage, then I'm going to our good old friend 1-2-GP. We go to LTX2 and 2.3 22B Distill 1.1. This is our oldest friend. Recently, I've been looking back to all the videos in my channel, and I create some really awesome, amazing content with 1-2-GP. And recently, I've starting to cover something different, like ComfyUI, LTX directors, Heroes 10, and skills, and ideogram. But then the tools, in the end of the day, tools just being tools. And what really limits us is still our creativities. And so instead of chasing for the next shiny thing, I feel like the tools does not matter if you cannot create good content with it. So that's why I'm going back to the basic, LTX2, 2.3, 22B, Distill 1.1, okay? Getting back to basics where everything started. I'm going to use this model to do today's video, and then you turn out to be great. Before I jump in, how I made realistic talking scenes like this one.
Oh, the usual. Blew up a few things.
I need to tell you guys, there's a few things you need to do first. The first thing is the voice. The voice is the #1 thing, because the voice was so perfect. So the LTX 2.3 has to act based on that voice. Thanks to 1-2-GP, this covering this new model is called Omni Voice. Okay, so Omni Voice is amazing. It's super easy to use and very small in size. You just go into 12GP and come here. You can design your voice or you can clone the voice. So in this case, I use a voice clone. So I just use a sample voice I found online and then use this voice to write down the prompt in here and then just hit generate. That's it, guys. So I got 4 clips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just right here. Okay.
Discomfort? Pain is just your body saying you're having fun.
So that was pretty cool, right? So after you have the voice, we'll come to LTX 2.3, Distill 1.1. If you don't use 12GP, you can use the official ComfyUI workflow. The concept is exactly the same. So in 12GP, I come to start with the image and I upload the character swap image I have before as the starting frame. So now the important part is generate video based on soundtrack and text prompt. So click on that. And now we'll have to upload our voice file. So we just upload here. So now we upload it, we play it.
Don't worry, you will see me again.
and see. And then now it's time for the prompt. So the prompt is the secret sauce I mentioned in the beginning of this video. And now I'm going to review to you guys is using a prompt relay technology. All right. So recently 12GP has updated to have the prompt relay built in. Okay. So relay prompt, there is, if you click on little icon here, so now it tells you how to write relay prompt. The power of the relay prompt is insane. And accidentally, I discovered the perfect combination. The relay prompt with 12GP and deserve a standalone video of itself. And in this video, I'm just going to quickly cover the concept. So the formula is using Omni for the voice and use relay for the prompt and do 1080p, all right, and come here, use 30 frames per second and use Omni LoRa. So this is a perfect, powerful combination for this kind of talking head. And the result is absolutely crazy. And look at this.
Oh, don't worry, you will see me
You see, she's actually pointing to the camera as she's talking, right?
again. Everyone does eventually, whether they want to or not.
And then she's saying bye. The power of relay prompt is allow you to control at exactly what second and the actress doing what kind of movement. And pairing with Omni Voice, and now we have a full control of directing, guys. If you've been in the space for a while, you know this will be a game changer because the AI slope is the AI characters a lack of soul. But now the soul can be injected by using voice and relay prompt and you guys see the result. All right, guys, so I will be including everything in the download section for you guys to download. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I have a plenty LTX 2.3 tutorials you can watch from here. Otherwise, you can subscribe by clicking here. I will see you guys in the next video.